Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dice Roll, the queerest Pathfinder podcast on the planet, where we ask hard questions like, is it okay to break up with someone using the dream message spell?
Ooh.
No.
Well,
Not unless you're like long distance.
I mean, okay. Dream message, you target one creature that you know by name and have met in person, and you send a 1 minute, one-way speech, which is about 150 words. And if the target is asleep, they receive the message instantly. If not, they receive it the next time they sleep. As soon as they receive it, the spell ends, and you know the message was sent. Is this an okay way to break up with someone?
No.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do I have to actually be dating the target to break up with them?
No, you don't.
Okay, then yeah. I will say...
Jesus Christ.
Silk's done this before.
Are you fucking serious?
Silk has done that before.
Why?
Convenient.
Okay.
It was not Jarek. He didn't do it to Jarek.
Okay.
That one was worse.
You better not fucking do it to dear...
Worse?
You better not do it to my boy Ulrich, or I'll fucking skin you.
I would never dream of it.
Okay.
I do also want to say, in a world where a lot of people can cast magic, it is a safe option.
Yeah, but okay, here's the thing. What if the person has this dream and wakes up and then doesn't believe it was a real breakup? That's the where you're putting yourself down.
Well, okay, if you don't let them know that this is a dream message, then that's on you as the break-upper. You at the end of your message, you probably should say, by the way, this is a dream message and real.
I've had fucked up dreams before. I don't think that would necessarily confirm. If someone did that to me, I would wake up and be like, what a weird dream. I'm going to choose to believe it wasn't real because that was very upsetting.
I feel like you would ask the person though, right?
Yeah, but what if...
And so, you go up to someone and you're like, hey, did you break up with me in my dream? And they're like, oh, yeah.
I feel like
Sorry,
that's just...
Did you sleep well at least?
I feel like this is just like a in-person breakup with extra steps.
But okay, this is only if you don't believe the dream, though.
That's why I think that you should only do it if you're, long distance, because then it is a way to legitimately be there.
But at that point, you could... Well, it's what? It's a third rank spell. There's no way to teleport easily. I guess? But I just want you to know, I am holding Ulrich and, pointing at Silk, like that one meme. I'm protecting him, get the fuck away. Don't do it.
Hey. He wouldn't. And the one time he did, it was like a 1 week relationship where he left the night after and he left a piece of paper that said, that wasn't a dream.
Okay. Well, do we want to just fucking play some Pathfinder?
Yeah.
Okay. So, when we last left our adventurers in the Abomination vaults, the Fogfen Few took part in the exorcism of Jal Mesmin. Silk, Ulrich, and Fiore each helped restrain and cure him of his lycanthropy, making him eat wolfsbane and making sure he survived the worst of its power. After doing so, they had some time to relax and recover. Fiore had an encounter with Yanya's Mera. Silk studied the Whispering Reeds. And Ulrich had a most curious encounter with Dorianna Menhemes. Dorianna appears to be having recurring nightmares, and when investigating Dorianna's Miss Motley plushie, he found that she had a strange ruby inside of it. A spherical ball that looks just like the ruby on top of Ulrich's Staff of the Dreamlands. Dorianna lashed out badly at Ulrich. and there were some hints that something terrible was going to happen in a few weeks on a particular date that was marked into her skin. However, try as Ulrich might, he's made no progress in discovering what exactly might have happened. Now dawn rises on a new day, and more mysteries loom over the town of Otari.
So, I think we're ready to hop in, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Ulrich, you keep an eye on Dorianna to the best of your ability. And I think you probably do spend like maybe half a week keeping an eye on her. And I assume you've explained it to Silk and Fiore, and they understand why you're doing this.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure he's probably also asked Fiore if he could assist in anything.
He absolutely can.
Fiore's good with people.
That is true.
So Fiore, in that case, would you like to spend this downtime also keeping a watch over Dorianna?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I would like you to roll me a religion check, I think.
Okay.
Not that you're using, because I think, Ulrich, you're monitoring the weird shit, right?
Yeah.
I think, Ulrich, you are visiting the Menhemes Manor, and you are probably checking in, doing a few little, pop-ins, see how stuff is going, check on Dorianna's mood, and very subtly make sure that everything is fine vis-a-vis the Ruby. And for what it's worth, you have left... Did you say you left the staff of the Dreamlands here at her house?
The staff is here and the Ruby is in the doll.
Okay. Cool. You've Indiana Jonesed it out.
Yes.
Okay. Fiore, how are you helping Ulrich with all of this?
I think that he is trying to... I think he's trying to talk to her.
Okay.
I think he's trying to find out information, but I think he's talking to her like a kid talks to a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I'd like you to roll me a diplomacy check in that case, rather than religion. Because it's not like you're watching out. I think you're more monitoring her mood. She has been a little, I don't want to say cold to Ulrich.
Mm-hmm.
I think, Ulrich, she will still talk to you. But there's this apprehension that wasn't there before, and I think that's a little bit heartbreaking.
Oh, it is. Not even a little bit, it is.
Oh. But she does seem a little bit relieved to have Fiore present somehow. And we'll get into that in a second.
Could I use Diplomat's Caution, maybe?
When you make an impression on a creature whose attitude towards you or your allies is indifferent or worse, you get a +1 to your check. And you get double that if you give a gift of some sort.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. So I think, Fiore, yeah, I think it takes you a few days, and I'm saying this little downtime where you're just keeping an eye on her before going adventuring.
Mm-hmm.
I think these 3 days of just keeping an eye out, you don't talk to her for the first few days. It's more you're accompanying Ulrich and you're making your presence known in the house before at some point you go and chat to her.
Yeah.
So, Ulrich, what exactly are you doing every day when you visit and you, check out the Menhemes?
I think he has to try to... he attempts to have conversations with everybody, like the family and the servants that are there as well. Checking to see what's been going on, how things have been progressing with Dorianna's nightmares, trying to get a general, read of the house. I think he has detect magic for free as well, so he's detecting any kind of magical things going on.
Yeah, okay. Ulrich, you're definitely checking stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you look at Dorianna, there is a little bit of magic going on because she is psychic. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
But on top of that, you're not seeing anything remarkably... No, actually. Okay. Okay. We'll get to that. I don't think you catch it immediately. But we'll get to that. Fiore, while Ulrich is spending these few days checking out the house, but also very subtly being like, what's happening here? And before Ulrich makes his big discovery, I want you to roll me a diplomacy check.
Okay.
And Diplomat's Caution will link with this.
Okay. I think he probably brings her, like, I think he probably brings her candy. Candy or sweets or something.
And I'd like you to roll it for me again.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. Fiore, tell me how you catch her.
I think that she's playing or something, either with Miss Motley or just playing. And he like peeks over in the way that like a kid who also wants to play would, and he doesn't immediately say anything.
I think she ignores you at the start. I think every once in a while she gives you like a stink eye. Like she's like, what are you doing? What do you want? I think eventually she kind of warms up to you, and she sighs and says, "Psst. This isn't going to work, just so you know."
What?
I've been having visions about this all day, and I know you're only doing this because Ulrich wants you to check in and make sure I'm okay, and I know he's going to freak out by the end of the day, and it's going to be my fault. You don't have to pretend to want to play with me.
I'm not pretending. I brought something to play with.
She narrows her eyes at you.
Yeah, I did. And he holds up his little mole plushie.
Oh.
Like, I've had it since I was little.
She looks at the mole plushie in surprise. And very hesitantly, she plops down Miss Motley with her ruby-shaped bulge.
he's like, what? In his head, he's like, what in the hell? He's like, for a haunted doll, this is the stupidest way.
Like there's like a big spherical bulge in Miss Motley's tummy. And she kind of looks at you and brings down Miss Motley towards the mole, and she makes her say, "What is this thing doing in my garden? Are you what's been eating all my vegetables?"
He makes the little plushie move around a little bit, and he goes, "Well, I was hungry. Why can't I?"
"Because it's my vegetables, and I'm supposed to be having it for when the king comes."
"Well, I'm sorry. Should I help you replant them?"
"Well, yes, but you shouldn't have taken them without asking in the first place."
"Well, I'm sorry. I was hungry and I didn't think anybody owned them because I'm a mole."
"There shouldn't be moles in my garden because everything in my garden's perfect."
"You don't think moles are perfect?"
I think she briefly looks a little caught by off guard.
Like her.
And I think you two get to play for a while. And Ulrich, I think you are looking in through the door, just kind of carefully watching. And your eyes are narrowing. And I think it's at this point that you're realizing something. And You're using, is it detect magic or what is it that you have?
Yeah, he has innate detect magic.
And this is heightened properly, right?
If it's innate, then
Okay. Detect magic. You send out a pulse that registers the presence of magic. You receive no information beyond the presence or absence of magic, except for the rank or level of the most powerful magical effect the spell detects. And Ulrich? That's a 4th rank spell that's been cast on her.
on her.
On her. There is a 4th rank spell cast on her. And for context, you at the moment can only cast up to 3rd rank.
Uh-huh.
You're going to get 4th rank soon, but you're... Yeah. Yeah.
I think when he realizes this, he straightens up and just kind of... I'm not sure if he walks away, but he does, like, wait in the hallway away from the door, like, I need to think.
Fiore. As you're chatting with her, blissfully unaware that anything's going on, because certainly there are no visual effects going on.
He's chilling.
What do you say to her once you've kind of like gotten her to kind of relax a little bit?
I think Fiore, while they're playing, goes, you know, I didn't get to play a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah?
No. People thought I was weird. Because I'm a Cambion.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
No, it isn't. Ulrich's the same.
Ulrich's the same?
Mm-hmm. He said he didn't have many friends when he was a kid either.
Yeah, it happens. It's not fair. And because you didn't do anything. You're just playing. Have you been okay? You've seemed a little sad.
I feel strange.
Strange?
I love my dad, and I really like Ulrich,
Mm-hmm.
and you seem really nice too. But none of you understand me.
What do you mean?
I'm not a Cambion. I'm not an Empyrean. I just have this gift. Or this curse, maybe.
I know exactly how that feels.
No, you don't. Neither does Ulrich. And neither does Dad. The only person who gets me is Miss Motley because she's the same too.
She's cursed?
She has dream stuff too.
Oh. Do you have dreams? Well, everybody has dreams, but...
Really bad dreams recently. But the only thing keeping me safe is Miss Motley. But then Ulrich and Dad broke her. At least tried to break her.
I'm so sorry. They shouldn't have done that. I don't know everything that's going on. And I can't
I want to forgive
perfectly
them, but
understand you.
I want to forgive them. I know it's not their fault. But Father's been so mean recently, and her eyes kind of fall for a second.
He's been mean?
And Ulrich. Miss Motley said not to forgive Ulrich either.
She did?
She said that Ulrich was going to try to make me be normal as well. And I don't think that's true, but Miss Motley really, really said that no one was going to understand me like she does.
Well, maybe she's just worried about you. But I can tell you that Ulrich would never want to make you just be normal. I have things that I really don't like that I can do, and he's never been mad at me for using them, even though they scare me.
You think?
I know. I have... I think he kind of makes a flame.
Oh, okay.
And he's like... And it looks like devil. fire.
Yeah. She fucking flinches at that. She's like, whoa. You know.
I don't like that I can do that. And I can do more than that. And I try not to. But you know how we go adventuring in the dungeons?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it happens because we're in danger and it's the only thing that can save us. And it helps, but it's scary. And I thought that he might dislike that about me, that I can do that. But he doesn't. They don't mind at all.
Sometimes I feel like I don't belong here.
In Otari?
In Golarion.
Oh.
When I'm sleeping, everything makes sense. I'm not the only one with powers. Everything is amazing and incredible. But then when I wake up, Father is impatient and short with me. And Ulrich acts like I'm in trouble, but I like my dreams. I like being in Dreamland. I like being with Miss Motley. And sometimes I feel like Ulrich wants me to stop going there. Anytime I've mentioned Miss Motley properly to him, he gets scared, and it's...
Well, you know how Miss Motley told you not to forgive him?
Mm-hmm.
Because she might be scared for you?
Mm-hmm.
I think Ulrich is just scared for you. Sometimes, especially because you're young. And sometimes kids can get hurt. And I don't think that you're gonna get hurt. I think you're okay. But I think that Ulrich cares a lot about you. And he doesn't want you to get hurt. And sometimes that makes him worry about things. Especially because there's a lot of scary stuff in the world. In this world and every other world. And I think it's normal that people want to protect kids from that stuff. Even if kids are a little stronger than people like to give credit for.
Do you think Miss Motley would be angry if I did forgive Ulrich? I miss playing the flute with him.
I don't think that anyone who cares about you would be mad that you did something that made you happy.
You're right. She'll be okay with it, I think. She just wants me to be happy as well.
And if you ever need anything or you get scared, you can come to me or Ulrich. I know what it's like. Scary things happen to you that you don't understand, that other people don't understand.
Okay. You have to come play with me more often too, though.
I can do that. I don't go in the dungeon every day, as much as I would like to.
I think she bows her head a little bit. Then she looks up and she calls and says, Ulrich, you can come in now.
Ulrich, peeks in through the door very slowly, like, his face is red, like he just got fucking caught.
It seems you've been caught.
Sheepishly, I think she just gets up and she kind of totters over to you and pulls you into a hug.
Ulrich pulls her into the biggest hug.
And she says, I'm sorry for getting angry at you. It's getting a little hard sometimes to remember when I'm in Dreamland and when I'm in Golarion. And I know that you just want me to be okay. And I know Miss Motley does too. And I'm sorry for yelling at you. Hey,
Anyone would be angry if something precious to them broke by another person's hands. I'm sorry. I did not intend for that to happen. I honestly didn't intend for your father to step in like he did. All I wanted you to do was notice. I just wanted to ask, and that would have been final.
Okay.
I just want you to be safe.
I am. I promise. I'm very safe.
Okay. And I will trust you on that.
And as you hug her, Ulrich, I want you to make me another occultism check.
Yay!
To identify a spell.
Yay!
Ulrich,
Mm-hmm.
as you pull away and you smile, you hide the fact that you have noticed what the spell cast on her is.
Okay.
Someone has cast Outcast's curse on her.
What?
You afflict the target
Brother.
with a curse that makes his presence abrasive and off-putting. The target must attempt a will save. On a failure, the target must permanently roll twice and use their lower result when attempting a deception, diplomacy, intimidation, or performance check, and creatures they encounter have an initial attitude one step worse.
Oh. Oh my god.
That's what you know to be true. That is the magic you detect after spending some time watching her talk with Fiore, and she gives you this apology, and she seems to mean it. But you don't believe it is necessarily correct. Something out there has its eye on Dorianna, and you don't know how, but that date that was bruised into her arm, on that day something bad will happen. And you have until then to figure out what.
Okay.
Great.
Oh boy.
Fiore and Ulrich, as the two of you walk away from the Menhemes Manor, you have a moment to discuss with each other.
Ulrich, I think, waits until the manor is completely away from vision, turns to Fiore, grabs both his shoulders, and goes, "Outcast cuss!"
What? Hello? Oh, I'm sorry.
Someone has afflicted her with Outcast curse. It's a rank 4 spell.
What the? Why would anybody do that?
I don't know.
She's a little girl. She's a little girl who feels like she doesn't even belong in Galarian. Why would they do that?
I don't know. And at first I thought it was the doll, but I guess it wasn't because I put the draft stuff of the Dreamlands Ruby in there. The Silk has the other one. He's researching it. It wasn't the doll. It was her.
I could talk to my parents about it to see if they know anything, because my parents tend to know a lot about magic, and they kind of had to with me. But I don't know how much they'll know. I can't say I've heard of somebody actually randomly cursing a child in Otari. I can't even... I don't think there are many people evil enough to do something like that. Especially a spell that makes her... That's horrible.
In Otari, I cannot imagine anyone doing that to her, especially because she's a Menhemes.
Do you think that they're not from Otari?
Maybe it's someone outside of town. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if it was something that had to do with the dungeon.
That's what I think it might be.
What I have been told is that when she just found Miss Motley, they found it on the side of the road.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
And that's the thing that Dorianna has always been attached to, probably because it has more color than anything that her father puts on her, but it interested her, and she's gravitated towards it ever since. And I'm not sure how long this has been a thing, but at the same time, it's also been mentioned that she has gone through many teachers, many sitters, many people in her life that just cycle through. And the mayor almost thought me a lost cause and threatened, kind of, to send her away until I yelled at him.
Oh, she was talking about her father being kind of mean to her.
And the way that he talks about her is not in the highest of lights, and it was definitely more of a pointed knife than a jab. He sliced open Miss Motley.
I can't believe he did that.
Believe me, I didn't know that he was behind me. I just wanted to have a conversation with her.
Oh, yeah, kids are hard to talk to, especially when they don't want to talk about their feelings.
Yeah.
This is scary.
Yeah.
When we're in the dungeon, you should keep a lookout for anything or anyone. Pay attention for if they look like they have access to curses. Or if there's any books on curses or anything.
Will do. If we find a library, I'm pretty sure I'd scour the entire shelves. The whole inventory will be on the floor.
I'll ask my mama to look through to see if she can find anything, but it's unlikely she'll find anything.
Maybe I can also ask Silk. He has his private library and knows tons about magic.
Yeah, that is a good idea. It's a tiny little army looking out for information to help her. I don't think she really has any idea how much. I think she understands that you care about her, but I don't think that she realizes just how much you do.
I will make sure that she stays in this town and doesn't have to deal with any pain that the outside world is definitely trying to throw at her.
Oh, if they tried to kick her out of this town, I would raise hell.
Yeah, I would too. I told him that specifically. Well, to be fair, I just told him, you are not, while I am here, you are not taking her out of this town. And he smiles sheepishly.
I believe that. This is weird. We should get this information to Silk and my parents as soon as we can, and then I guess keep going through the dungeon.
Yeah, that's all we can do for right now.
So, in the meantime,
Silk is breaking up with someone via dream message.
Again.
Not somebody he was dating either, he just thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, just some
You'd
random.
find it really funny if you fucked with someone.
He's breaking up with the guy who gave him the elephant, Absalom.
Oh no.
Silk, you are... It's kind of a merciful little gift, isn't it? How fortunate that Ulrich and Fiore want to spend a few days taking care of Dorianna. This gives you the perfect cover to retrain and to look into your stuff with the research.
Everything's coming up Silk.
So, Silk, by now you have had enough time to retrain out of your old archetype into a new one.
Mm-hmm.
So, you are a pistol phenom, which is great, but recently you've stopped practicing your trick shots a little bit, haven't you?
Yeah.
You're still good at it, but you're not spending as much time as you once might have liked in order to do your work, right? You've started focusing almost exclusively on your weird research. So, Eldritch Research, you are now trained in casting occult spells.
Yay!
And it uses your intelligence. And you are going to choose an occult cantrip for me with the dedication.
Okay.
So, what cantrip are you going to pick?
I think I'm gonna take telekinetic hand.
telekinetic hand. Very nice. Telekinetic hand.
I already got it.
You put in the wrong thing, though.
No, I didn't.
Did you? Is it right? Okay, yeah, you're right. Cool. Very nice. You also have a +1 on your checks to investigate or identify magic using occultism or arcana. Very nice.
Very nice.
You now also get 2 more feats for a 4th and a 6th level feat.
Strange script and scholarly defense.
Can you tell me about both of these, please?
No.
Fuck.
Strange script. I basically once per day, I can have Silk touch a single text, such as a tome or a wall of hieroglyphics or something like that, and understand the meaning for an hour. If text is in multiple languages, I gain the ability to understand them all for only the purposes of reading the text.
That's very nice. That's going to be very helpful for when you're reading through these books, huh?
Exactly.
For your... Very nice.
It's almost like this dedication was made for that.
Yeah. What's scholarly defense do?
Yeah, my knowledge of strange creatures and their bizarre anatomy allows me to anticipate their physical attacks and reduce damage that I take from them. I gain resistance to physical damage from melee weapons made by aberrations and oozes.
Very nice. Okay, Silk, are you ready to be the party tank?
No. No.
So as you're studying, I'm gonna let you make another research check, and because you have so many days to do this, I will let you basically make 3 research checks over 3 days.
Okay.
Right now, you have the Whispering Reeds, which is the only one you've used so far. It has the highest results, but it has the highest DCs, but it has the most amount of research checks you can make, right? Like, it has the highest max you can get from it, because there's so much information in there. You then have Belcora's Journal, and you have the Threshold of Truth. Which would you like to use on day 1?
2 for 2, let's go Whispering Reeds.
Okay. That would be religion, occultism, or academia lore.
I'm gonna do occultism this time.
Okay, go for it. Okay, that works. You gain 1 research point. No breakthrough today, but you get something, you know? You're getting there.
Yeah.
The next day comes by. You have spent hours upon hours poring through these books, cross-referencing stuff, trying to decipher the annotated notes. Make me another check, and against which book?
Would he actually be able to look at Silk? I don't think he knows what happened over there, but he's still curious about that fucking crystal. If he could do research about that.
Well, I'll let you do that at the very end.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go.
We'll say it's something that you've been doing on and off, and you'll get your analysis done at the end.
That's been Silk's study breaks, studying something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like, enough of that dreadful book. Now let me look at this orb.
I think that Silk is going to look at Belcora's journal.
Okay, that will be Society, Occultism, or Academia lore, please.
Let's switch it up. Academia lore.
Okay, make me that research check.
There you go.
Okay, that passes. You now have 4 research points total. No new stuff yet, but maybe with this 3rd day, you'll get something.
Let's keep going with Belcora's journal. I'll get to the Thresholds of Truth later.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll occultism.
No shot, that's a nat 20.
Fuck yes, baby.
That is going to give you 2 additional research points. And that brings you to 6, and you pass a threshold. 5. When you hit 5 research points, you learn something new.
A threshold of truth.
A threshold of truth. You learn that the majority of Nimbalot's devout don't worship out of respect or adoration so much as fear. For them, the concept of death isn't what evokes nightmares, but the fear of what judgment might await in the afterlife is what drives most of her fate. those who have sinned, who have committed heresy against a prior faith, or who simply live in constant terror of what Pharasma might say to them when they reach her throne. They will instead seek the oblivion offered by Nimbalot. They seek not to escape death or life, but to escape what they fear will be an even worse afterlife. For them, no afterlife is better than what potentially awaits them. But others seek Nimbalot not to escape an afterlife they fear, but to bask in the misery of others. Since Nimbalot robs her victims of their promised afterlife, the rewards they've earned from a lifetime of good, certain worshippers use the rage they have built over their life to bring oblivion to those who have wronged them, a final sadistic act.
Holy shit.
So those are the two types of Nimbalot worshippers. There's, oh fuck, I don't want to go to the afterlife because I've done things or I'm afraid of things, and if I am judged by Pharasma, it will be awful. I would literally just rather stop existing. Or, fuck all of you.
What crazy shit do you gotta do in life?
I mean, people go to hell. People go to hell.
Oh, I know.
Right? Some people would just prefer not to exist than to go to hell.
Damn, I fucking guess.
And then there's the fucking crazy motherfuckers who are like, and you know what? You don't get to go to heaven either.
I'm taking you down with me.
Very much so. You also learn a little more about the Haravexes. Most of the exiled Haravexes died in poverty, but Belcora grew strong and proud. At 17, she interpreted visions from Nimbalot that led her back to the Isle of Kortos to plan her revenge. She created a mega dungeon she called the Abomination Vaults, 10 floors deep. And from within, she unleashed an ancient hidden power. So that's what you've got. What have we learned? What have we learned?
Well, I think Silk finds it very interesting that the reason for worship is very split that way. He's done a few pages on that specifically, I think. Also that Belcora did not... Obviously, she didn't go down with her family, but it's interesting that she rose despite them, I guess. Not despite, instead of them, I guess.
She was only 17 years old.
That's fucked.
And also, a very important question has finally been answered.
Yes.
10 floors.
10 floors.
Meaning, despite how deep you are literally only halfway through the dungeon.
Jesus.
And that's, considering how deep you are, what the fuck?
That's crazy. And those floors are big, and they're tall sometimes.
Yeah. You are a little worried about what that might mean, and what that power deep down might mean. By now, I think you might have uncovered something about the Ruby, by the way.
Yes.
I would like you to make me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. Silk? I don't think you do figure out what it is, because something else catches your attention.
Ooh.
One day, I think on the third day, the gem you were studying is no longer the same gem.
Huh?
It is instead, you are almost 100% certain, the gem that is atop the Staff of the Dreamlands.
Wait. No. What? How?
You have spent the last several days, every time you're not reading this fucking book, you are checking out the ruby, and then one day the scratches in the side, the way it glints, very slight differences, but differences nonetheless. it's not. It's been swapped.
No one has been inside of his room. I think that springs him into action. I don't think he just sits down after that. I think that flings him in the direction of Ulrich.
What's really funny is Ulrich and Fiore are walking home discussing their fucking outcast curse incident. And then that you see Silk fucking running up the road towards you guys, just as panicked as can be.
He's got his like hair up messy, he's wearing his like study clothes. And he's like running. He's got the fucking rock in his hands.
Oh. So we were just talking about you. Wait, what's wrong?
Where's the rabbit? Where's Dorianna's rabbit? The bear? What is it? What animal? The stuffed animal.
The doll?
Yes.
It's with her?
It's with her.
Did it still have the heavy stone in it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I swapped this.
We're gonna need to get
I
that
swapped
back.
it with the.
Why?
This is your dream stone, Ulrich.
He holds it up.
What?
What the?
Ulrich looks at it, grabs it, and looks at it very closely.
I don't think you have as easy a time telling the difference, but when you stare at it, yeah, that looks a lot like obviously they have very similar gemstones, but you're pretty sure that is the gem that you took off your staff, not the one that you took out of Miss Motley.
It was correct before. You gave me the right one to begin with.
All the gods in the Inner Sea Pantheon have mercy on me. I gave you the one. I made sure that it was the right one.
I know this. I saw it with my own eyes. But then, with the very same, suddenly it wasn't.
No one really is targeting her. Why?
I'm not sure. I still have the staff there for her nightmares. I've used it before, or at least it's been with me in my possession, and it's given me fine, okay dreams. Arik actually perks up and goes, "Has there been any buzzing recently? Either of you? Have either of you heard any buzzing?"
Buzzing.
Remember the buzzing that's been following us since we came back from Absalom? Maybe even before?
I mean, I do remember. Has there been?
I mean, it's been happening, no more nor less than before.
Like, well, for me, it's just been going on.
I don't know that I've really noticed it after a while.
It's starting to become a daily occurrence that we don't notice it. Oh boy, okay. Okay. Well, now that you're here, we have found a discovery of our own.
Huh.
And we would like a magic expert.
Please tell me it's at least better news.
I can't lie to you.
You crushed my soul, the both of you.
Ulrich takes Silk's hand. Outcast curse?
His jaw silently drops.
On Dorianna herself?
Who on earth has it out for that poor girl?
She certainly seems to think that she doesn't belong here on Galarium.
Well, of course.
That her dream world is where she belongs.
I suppose anyone would think the same, being treated like an outcast.
Yes.
Someone's most certainly set up this situation for her to feel this exact way.
Especially when this doll keeps isolating her. It is trying to isolate her. I don't like to lie to anyone, least of all children. But I genuinely didn't feel that it would be safe to tell her that I think that this doll wants to hurt her.
I have a strange theory. Ulrich, you seem to hear it the most. Do you hear buzzing near Dorianna?
Memory banks. Ulrich is searching the memory banks.
No.
No?
No.
None. Nothing.
No.
What?
I thought maybe, perhaps, whatever's making that buzzing noise could be whatever's speaking to her through Miss Motley.
But then why is it not buzzing near her? That is actually really bizarre.
I don't suppose it's because it's easier to hear it when I'm by myself, but usually when I'm hearing it, I'm alone and outside. I've heard it several times walking home.
It might be wise to ask others if they hear it. Specifically the Menhemes. I'm not eager to throw away my theory just yet.
Definitely do that.
We can definitely ask, yeah.
We need to get that rock back anyhow.
Oh, God, the amount of stealthing that I'm going to need to do. She's going to have to be asleep for that.
The question is, do you want to go check it out again? Because she may not react well if you catch her, and the DC is going to keep rising each time that you do it.
Oh.
There's only so many times that you can open up a doll and then close it again before someone notices. And she just forgave you, Ulrich. Now, you can give it a shot, but I'm just letting you know.
Oh my god.
Failure will have consequences.
She just forgave me too. Fuck.
No, I have invisibility.
Wait, what?
I have invisibility. Wouldn't that help you?
Loads, actually. I think that would work incredibly well. Do you need the K-Link? Who has the K-Link key right now?
Everyone.
Whoever wants it has it. It whoops into your pocket as soon as you say that, Ulrich.
Oh. Well, you need this.
Oh, I'm? And he, points to himself, and he's like, oh, okay.
Would you like to, Silk, try sneak into the manor?
Yeah. You know what? If she's gonna get pissed at anyone, it should be Silk.
Okay. Silk, would you like to break into Dorianna's room and swap this shit out?
I don't like you phrasing it like that.
You are committing...
Okay, let's say infiltrating.
Infiltrate, I think, is fine. Do you infiltrate the Menhemes manor?
Silk is no criminal.
True, you're a spy.
Okay.
There's an air of elegance to being a spy.
You cast invisibility on yourself. You open a window and you clamber on in.
I do.
You make your way past Osif and his wife, both of whom seem pretty out of it.
Out of it?
Well, yeah, they're a little... they seem tired. Very tired.
Okay, what time is it actually?
It's late enough in the day. I want to say it's like...
So their tiredness
8,
is not
9.
weird.
You don't know them well enough to say what time they go to bed at? Oh, you assume it's not the end of the world.
They're older. They can sleep early.
I want you to make me a thievery check to break into Dorianna's room, cut open this doll, and swap-a-rooney the ruby inside.
Alright.
And because you are untrained in thievery, the Caden key is going to glow.
You know, that'd be fine.
And that will give you beginner's luck.
Okay.
You treat your proficiency bonus as equal to half your level. So you have a +3 to this.
Alright, so +6 in total. That's gonna be 17, 21.
Silk,
Yeah.
you undo the stitches on this frankly disgusting looking doll. Patchwork little thing. Really big eyes. Ugh.
Silk thinks to himself he ought to replace this thing one day.
You pull the ruby out, you put a new one in, and you're able to get out without Dorianna waking up.
Good.
You return to the others, and for now, everything seems fine. You still don't know what this thing is, and you... I don't think you're able to immediately... You could try recall knowledge again, but... Basically, you have been doing this automatically every day that's in your possession, and so far you have not gotten it once.
Mm-hmm.
You guys meet up. What's new?
Silk... I like to think that Silk only dispels being invisible when he's right fucking next to both of them. So they get a little Silk jump scare.
Okay, hi.
I think Ulrich jumped a bit.
Well, now that we know that it doesn't particularly like staying put, perhaps more strenuous research should be put into it.
He like bites his lip.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good. Reasonable.
I'm not quite sure when we'll be able to figure this out, or if we will at all, but let's just hope I won't have to, I don't know, smash it or something drastic.
Here's hoping.
While I have the both of you here, and we are on the topic of research, I have been studying, and I found out many things, but I think that the most interesting to the both of you, I know how many floors there are in the dungeon.
Oh?
Take a guess.
How many floors down have we gone?
5?
Mm-hmm.
4? Something like that.
I mean, it's already really deep. Like 2 more? 2 more, not 2 floors. Sorry.
Nope.
8 in total?
Wrong. 10.
10?
Ah.
It's 10 floors? That is the deepest dungeon I have literally ever heard of. I don't know if I could think of a single one that there's more. And I have done research into them.
I can't imagine what she needed the space for. Other than, I don't know, great evil.
That's insane.
Believe me, I was shocked to find out too.
I was already thinking it was so deep.
Ulrich, you spent a little while last time you went into the dungeon staring off the edge of that big staircase.
Mm-hmm.
If there are 10 floors in this dungeon, and you're on the 5th floor, why is it that you could only see 2 more floors below you?
On our current floor, there's, I guess, a pit that we could see 2 floors down. There's another 2 after that.
3.
Wait, 3. Math.
Well, I suppose they have entrances elsewhere that we'll have to scrounge for. A floor is a floor, no matter how small, I suppose. It doesn't have to have the same footage as the rest of the dungeon.
That's fair. Every floor has been somewhat a different shape.
As far as we know, the last 3 could be tiny, small, and maybe even 5x5 rooms. Or there could be massive stadiums, 3 in a row, again.
That's true, and they all have pretty much been different shapes. The only common thing is the one room that goes straight up to the lighthouse itself. Pretty much the only common factor, anyway.
I suppose if we're going to go all the way down, we will need to be completely under the lighthouse. Fiore, I have a question.
Yeah?
If a dungeon enters into a cave, is that considered the dungeon still?
Well, it can be. It isn't by default or anything. But, it's pretty common. If it's already winding downwards, and there's a cave, it'll often be built into with
Interesting.
monsters, traps, stuff like that. I mean, technically, a natural cave could be a dungeon itself if stuff had been done to it, or if magic had gotten to it in some way.
Reasonable.
Silk.
Mhm.
Something occurs to you. You're
Yeah.
thinking about deep, deep underground caves, aren't you?
Yeah.
May I remind you the awful truth?
Yeah.
Volok Azanray. He was a drow.
Silk is thinking, oh, maybe it goes beyond 10 floors. Maybe there's an entire cave full of evil, scary drow beneath.
It's the drow we're here all along.
The evil drow.
The dreaded vile drow.
The notorious drow.
Regardless, the sun is set now. What do you guys do?
Do we stay in Otari for a little while longer, or
Well, I mean, for the night, probably.
you would have to drag my dead kicking body into the dungeon at nighttime?
I don't think we should wait too much longer, though. My personal theory is that any leads pertaining to Dorianna have to do with the dungeon, so I think that we should continue on there.
Right. Should we meet in the morning?
Sure.
Morning it is.
Dice Will Roll will return after these messages.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for coming back to another episode of Dice Will Roll. It's me, Derry, your favorite GM. As you can tell by my American accent, I am practicing because next week I am going to be in America with Ritz and Luna. Dave's already living with me, so he's also going to America. For the next 3 weeks, we will all be in America. As such, I have to use my American accent. The point is, for the next 3 weeks, we're going to be on a brief hiatus. Just because we aren't going to be editing while I'm over, saying hi to Dave's family and hanging out with Ritz and Luna in person, which at the moment is a rare thing. We're really looking forward to what comes next in Abomination Vaults. We end this episode, on a very nice cliffhanger. And I hope you guys are really excited. But just be aware, for the next 3 weeks, there won't be any new episodes. We thank you all so much for coming on down and listening to the show. If you're not already, join the Dice Roll Discord to come hang out with the community. You'll probably maybe see some pictures of me, Ritz, and Lou, and Dave doing silly stuff. And I really want to say thank you so much for supporting the show through thick and thin. Thank you all so much. Have an awesome day. Enjoy the rest of the episode. And enjoy the finale of this chapter.
We now return to Dice Will Roll.
You guys make your way through the fetid swamp of the Fogfen, past the floor of Mitflitz, back to the first portal room, which you have the ability to kind of step into, and then there is like a flash of light, and you all think of the 4th floor, and you reappear in the 4th floor's portal room. From there, it's a quick walk back into the arena. Now, you are back at that spiral staircase, and below you can see it stretches down another 2 floors. You have explored a good chunk of this floor, but there's maybe still more to find. What do you guys want to do?
I think we've gone through all of this floor, haven't we? Should we go down deeper?
There is a little more on this floor.
Or not?
Basically, if you zoom out and you see places you haven't walked, the arena takes up a pretty big part of this floor's layout, but there is still a little left you could go.
Yeah, fair.
To the east of here. I don't think we went down this direction. We found our friend the other way. Maybe we'll find her friend down here. Or lower, later.
All right, then.
What is that? 3 people we have to keep our eye out for down here?
I mean, seeing anybody down here is concern to me.
Yes.
You guys head to the east. Come on, all you go. And may I ask very quickly, what are all of you doing right now? What is your exploration activity?
I'm detecting magic, like always.
Okay.
Yuri's just looking around.
Ulrich, are you also searching? Or what are you doing?
Yeah, the usual, like, traps, doors, hidden doors, things like that.
Luna, real fast. I love that you have a hooded character who will check for traps and uses a bow and carries a knife, and he's a bard.
It's pretty good, I think.
He's great. So yeah, you guys can walk ahead. As you walk down this hallway to the east, you see it is a long stone hallway. There are little bits of bone scattered everywhere. You get the feeling that this place was once just kind of where all the monsters were held, like this floor. And then after the defeat of everything, a lot of the monsters just kind of ran wild, and most of them died out. Some of them carved out a nice little niche for themselves, like the basilisks. But others, well, you walk past the skull of what appears to be a weird, you want to say a hellhound? Others didn't do so good on their own. As you're walking down this corridor, you see that there is a door to your right and a door further down to your left.
Which way do you guys want to go? Just to every closest door?
Yes, this one's nearest. Less foot traffic.
Alright. Here, I'll open it. I don't want you to risk.
My shining knight in armor.
I do my best. And I think Fury goes to open the door. He has his shield up just in case something shoots at him.
You don't. You don't open the door.
Oh.
Is it locked?
Yeah, it's locked. Sorry, man.
What the fuck, man?
Borbo's on your hat silk, and he says,
It would appear we cannot go this way.
Silk pulls out the cannon key.
Oh!
Just use this.
Let me try.
this will give you a bonus to your thievery checks to try unlock the door.
Alright. Let me look at what my thievery is in general, actually.
It will give you a +3 to your roll if you're not really good at it.
Oh. Not my +0.
No fucking shot. You rolled a nat 1 and a nat 20.
Well, life is amazing when you're me.
If you're you have never tried to, like, force open a door with a skeleton key before. You don't really know what you're doing. This is scary. You put it in.
He's used to busting doors down.
Yeah. You put it in, and it slides open like. I feel if I describe this too long, it's gonna get weird. You put it in, and it works perfectly. The door swings open, and it reveals a short hallway and another door.
Thank God. I was scared it was going to be an actually useful room with knowledge in it.
You know what? I am mad at the architect of this dungeon.
Well, that stupid bitch's name is Belcora, so you can be as mad at her as you want.
Belcora, whoever she hired, has a weird addiction to these small hallways with 2 doors on either side.
At this point, I'm convinced she made it herself.
It's just a waste. It's just a waste of materials.
Wouldn't be surprised.
All right, let's open the next door.
It's locked.
God dang
Do you
it.
want to die? Do you want to fucking die?
I'm not kidding. It is 2 locked doors, one
Are
after
you
another.
serious?
I'm so real right now.
What?
Caitlin, help me.
This time it won't be able to give you beginner's luck. You've already used it for today.
Ulrich!
Okay, yeah, let me see.
I can't take it anymore. I meant to bust down doors. I wasn't built for picking locks.
Ulrich, would you like to roll thievery twice for me?
I will roll thievery twice.
Okay, Ulrich, you finagle it open, and it opens into another room.
Oh, what is this?
What the fuck?
Oh, good, another torture room.
No! This room's shelves are well stocked with jars of preserved organs, crates filled with bones wrapped in rags, and surgical tools. 2 armor stands flank a weapon rack to the south, but they bear only a pair of gnarled sticks in leather sheets.
Yeah, this isn't a torture room?
Why?
No, it doesn't look like there's blood anywhere. There's just lots of preserved organs and like little bits of meat, but they're like wrapped up. It's not like they're like left out to rot. It's almost like someone is keeping these here.
I'm gonna be sick.
Why?
This is very frightening. Bulbu is not quite sure why someone would do this. Even Master Azinray had reservations about storing organs like this. He said it was unsightly.
Unsightly it is.
Why would someone need organs?
Well, I think you can use them in medicine.
Look at this sharp knife.
Borbo scampers over and picks up a fucking scalpel.
Bobo, darling, put that down.
Oh, be careful with that. What in the...
Well, I suppose organs can be used in rituals.
Ulrich.
Oh no.
Ulrich, survival check.
Oh my god. Okay.
Ulrich, footprints in the dust. This room is very dusty. It has not come into very much, but some of it is disturbed. These are not human footprints. These are not humanoid footprints.
The hell?
Brother, the closest approximation is a giant centipede.
What the fuck?
Ulrich looks at the roof.
No, there's nothing up there. God, can you fucking imagine? Nice catch. But no, there's nothing up there.
He looks at the roof, sees nothing, and goes, "Oh, thank goodness."
What?
Okay. So this room has recently been, well, I say recently, but it has been disturbed in some ways. Centipede?
Center, huh?
Centipede tracks along the dusty floors.
What if we left?
That would be a grand idea, I think.
But wait,
Don't say there's more.
there's some loot in here.
Fuck,
God damn it.
On the shelves, there are a bestial mutagen, a juggernaut mutagen, a quicksilver mutagen, and then 2 wands hanging on racks. Summon animal and heal.
Why is there a hair spell in here?
I think it... Is this like a doctor? Like a doctor's office?
Oh my goodness.
Like an evil doctor's office?
It's a medical meat locker.
Oh, God.
Who wants what? Who wants some of this shit?
I hate this. What were the mutagens again?
There's a juggernaut mutagen,
No.
which will make you sturdier. A bestial mutagen, which will make you more, you know. And a quicksilver mutagen, which will make you more nimble.
Does it change your appearance?
They all change your appearance.
Does it change it in a pretty way?
You don't know. Do you want to drink it and find out?
Not really. I'll take the Quicksilver one then.
Okay. Does anyone else want the bestial or the juggernaut mutagen?
He already has issues enough with feeling like things make him look weird and different. He does not need a mutagen.
Real.
Ulrich, what do you think?
Ulrich is curious about the mutagen, but I'm not sure if he would inject anything that, or ingest anything that, would do horrible things to him. Maybe.
It'll be temporary.
We could also sell it.
That is true. I think he takes the mutagens just to be like, just in case, but if we need to sell this, we can.
Okay, so that's juggernaut mutagen. And a bestial mutagen. We're out to wands. Who wants what?
Give me all of them.
Summon animal and heal? Well, you can't use heal.
That's true. I also don't want to summon animal.
I think the only one who can use heal is... No, yeah. The only one who can use heal is Fiore.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Fiore is like he tends to not look at the magic stuff, not because he dislikes it, but because he's like, oh well, that's not of use to me. So he's just kind of standing there.
Fiore, this one's best suited for you, and he like hands it back.
What? I don't.
I can't use it, neither can Ulrich, but you most likely could.
This is for heal. Yeah, I mean it's good in an emergency. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be good when I don't have the focus to cast Lay on Hands. So, thank you.
Does anyone want to summon an animal? Is that you, Silk?
Silk kind of like holds it and he's like,
Ricky,
Yes.
isn't this more your style?
Actually, no. It is specifically more your style, Silk. Or can't cast this, but you can. It's arcane.
damn.
This is more for you, actually. I don't use arcane.
He kind of puffs his cheeks and he puts it in his bag.
If you want, I can just hold on to it.
Would you?
I'll hold on to it.
He bats his eyelashes. He looks pleased with himself now.
And Borbo takes a jar of intestines and takes
He
it
does not. He does not, because Silk stands up and he pushes down on the lid so he's not holding it anymore and it's on the table. He's like,
Bobo, love.
This jar's very pretty. I could make some lovely pickles in it.
Bobo, I could give you any jar in the world that you want, especially one 10
want this one?
times as beautiful that has intestines in it. Love.
It will be washed out. It's okay.
It doesn't need to be. It could stay down here and I could give you a clean one that's never been intestined before.
please,
But I want this one.
no.
I think you should just give it to him.
I don't think I should. That would have to be in my house.
But I want this one. It will be okay.
Bobo, please.
Look, I'll pour out the intestines
No,
now.
stop. He picks him up.
Bobo, I will give you a jar that is shaped like a pickle.
You mean it?
I mean it. I promise you, with everything I have to offer to anyone on Galarian, I will give you the most beautiful jar, green sea glass, shaped like a pickle, with a beautiful cork atop it, and you can pickle whatever you'd like in it. Just please stop fucking touching these jars.
Pretty good. Okay, yeah, no, I think that immediately makes him put it back, and he clambers up on your hat, and he's happy as can be.
He pats him. Good. I'm glad we're done in this room. Let's leave.
Good idea.
Alright, let's head out. Locked ass room for no reason. Who locks?
I guess they're serious about safety down here.
They really wanted to lock up the organs for some reason.
Oh, there's another door here.
Okay.
Yeah. As you walk down the hallway, you see another door.
Now instead of 2 hallways, maybe it's 3.
He raises his shield and goes to open the door.
Let's place wagers.
Oh. Wait, is it locked?
No, it's not locked.
Oh, it's open for once.
More hallways?
No. Stay behind me.
This appears to be the floor of this room contains several open square pits, one in each of the 3 alcoves to the north and 2 larger pits in the middle of the room. A dais at the room's west end contains a stone throne with 2 rusty levers jutting out from the floor next to it. It looks to you that maybe this was a sentencing chamber.
Oh.
Like someone might sit on that throne and pull one of those levers, and then there's these giant fucking pits.
Gross.
What do you guys do?
Kind of want to...
It looks like the pits, by the way, there might have been Great Seer once, but it looks like over 500 fucking years. They've just fallen apart. You know? It's like that scene in Star Wars where fucking Jabba the Hutt, he gets pissed off at this random woman for no reason, and like fucking opens up a pit under her, and she gets fucking eaten by a monster.
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibes that you're getting here. Except it's been 500 years and this place has fallen into shambles.
Can I safely peer down into one of the pits?
Yeah. Do you want to make me a perception check?
Very much.
Okay. Silk, you peer over the edge, and you see that the pit goes a long, long way down. Maybe 55 feet. It completely vanishes into darkness. But if you cast a light spell, you might be able to see what's down there.
Would my glasses work?
You're so right! You have your glasses of dark vision, right?
Silk pulls out his beautiful onyx glasses and he puts them on, and he's so pretty in them.
Silk, you put them on, and you get a good look at what's inside. Well?
Oh. He takes a step back.
You see 12 pairs of eyes staring up at you.
I think I've seen enough of this room.
Silk, at the bottom of this pit is a long serpent-like body that splits several ways to become multiple heads as a fucking hydra stares up at you. Hungry. Unmoving like an alligator in the Everglades. Their eyes reflect the magic light that your dark vision goggles kind of like project to your like viewpoint, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's very still because it doesn't know that you can see it. And it's very much so hoping that you'll come down.
Takes a very gentle step back, and he presses his arm against Fiore, and he's like,
Yeah?
There's a giant hydra at the bottom of that pit. Do not freak out.
I'm not freaking out.
There might be something in the other pit, but I'm not sure.
Oh, I will let you know, you were able to see they all lead. This whole room that you're in,
oh.
It's basically a hollow floor above this giant pit.
Fantastic.
Let's back away.
That's enough. That's enough of this room. Let's go to another. Right now.
Okay, Ulrich, there's a hydra. Let's go.
Ah, lovely. Stepping back.
Just another day.
Can we lock that?
I mean, I don't think it's coming out, so.
What if it does?
It's like at the bottom of... It's at the bottom of the pit.
What if it crawls up?
If it didn't already. It's not going to.
I guess that's true.
Someone's been feeding that thing for 500 years.
Yeah, that's a living creature.
But it is alive. And that is weird.
Let's be real, it's probably Master Cheerful.
Yeah.
Actually, almost certainly it's him now that I think about it.
It's
There's no one
literally
else.
him.
This motherfucker, anyway.
That's his beautiful pet named Snowball.
It's his son, actually.
His beautiful son named Snowball.
Alright, let's... There's a door here, see?
Deeper down.
Please don't be another Hydra.
Not seeing anything immediately. Just 2 doors.
The weapon racks stand in the northeast and southeast corners of this room. The southeast rack is empty, but the northeast rack holds a hatchet made of dark crystal. 2 alcoves between the rack on the eastern wall each have an open hatch and a ladder leading down. Additional exits lead out to the northwest and south. What do? There's a cool crystal weapon on the rack over there. Then there's a door to the north and a door to the south.
It seems sketchy.
What are you talking about?
The fucking crystal fucking weapon.
Don't you fucking want dungeon treasure, asshole?
There he is out in the obed.
Yeah, it looks great.
It looks trapped.
It looks like a tryout.
What are you talking about? You're crazy.
What do you mean? Have you watched Indiana Jones?
Okay, I mean, fine. Ignore it. Fine, I don't care.
I'm not saying ignore it. Silk
No,
is
it's
looking at
fine.
it.
If you
Silk
don't
is
want,
looking at it.
if you don't want my cool crystal door or my fucking cool crystal axe, it's fine.
Fuck you.
Ulrich is staring at it. Innate detect magic. Fucking
It's-
alarm. Trying to look at the alarm bells to see if there's a trap immediately.
It's a cool ass crystal axe.
You know what? No, Silk is like, Ulrich, something from the beyond is telling me not to take this thing. Let's go to the next room and not look at it.
Do you want to leave? You don't want to touch my cool crystal axe?
I'm out of
There's a door
spite,
to the
yeah.
north and there's a door to the south. Why do you go? Why don't you go?
Why don't we?
How about it? Door to the north, door to the south. Which one are you going through?
Fucking south.
Si-
Let's go.
Okay. The door comes to life.
Does it? Does it
Oh
fucking come to
my
life?
Wrong fucking trap, my friend. You've fallen for my ploy. As you touch the door, Silk, you realize, gosh, this door handle's really sticky. And then the door's eyes open. And you know what, Silk? The mimic!
Are you fucking serious?
Roll me fucking initiative.
You,
Oh my
you piece
God.
of shit. I fucking hate you. I'm gonna kill you in your sleep.
The mimic!
Holy fucking shit.
Start the fucking
Oh
encounter.
my god. That's literally, yep, there it is.
I told you, it's a mimic! You were so focused on the wrong thing. It's a mimic.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Kill yourself. Fuck you.
The mimic. Okay, so top of the order is gonna be Silk, but Silk, before that happens, object lesson. You physically interact with the mimic while it's using mimic object. You are automatically stuck by the mimic's adhesive. The mimic then will immediately strike you. So Silk, you touch this thing, and it just glues to your hand. And before you have a chance to try figure out what's going on, the door's eyes open. Just these giant bulbous eyes, and then a huge maw full of teeth. And it surges forward, and it shrieks out a and it is going to strike you, thank you very much, using its pseudopod strike. And that's going to be a 29 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. That is going to be 17 damage as it down on you.
I took 15, I guess.
And you are unfortunately going to be grabbed because you are stuck to this fucking door.
Alright.
It is your turn as the initiative begins. Mimic, door, biting you, screaming.
I'd like to make a formal apology to my DM, Derry.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry for being a spiteful little shit.
See, let me tell you something, brother. I knew you would do this. I knew you'd do it.
Oh, so it's you who
I
needs
was-
to make an apology to me.
Oh yeah, except I won't because I'm a little cunt.
Fuck you. I take it back. I'm not sorry. I should have been meaner. Okay. God damn it. I have a fun new weapon.
You do, don't you? The Nightmare's Lament.
I do. Can I stick it down this thing's throat?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Actually, I'm gonna have to draw it because he did not have it in his hand. That's one action.
Okay.
Oh, my melee is +9. Okay. I'm gonna shoot it with my Nightmare's Lament.
Yeah, I mean, you can shoot it in point blank, right?
Yeah. 26.
Okay, so you shoot it in the mouth, and we're gonna say it was in gun mode because a weapon like this, you have to swap between the two versions,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll say it was in gun mode. That does work, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will also say when you took that damage, you actually did resist it a little bit
Oh,
because of scholarly defense.
is this an aberration?
Yes, it is.
Lovely.
That being said, Silk, with your strike, that's going to be a hit. And this has let's see how much damage it does.
5.
Okay, you shoot it, and it lets out a little as you blast it in the face. And you got one action left. What do you do?
How about I fucking shoot it again?
Sure. Well, how many rounds can it hold before you have to reload it?
That's a good question. I don't know.
You could use Hand of the Apprentice.
It's true. I use Hand of the Apprentice.
Sure, go for it. And you can make this as a melee attack, by the way. You can literally, like, with Hand of the Apprentice, whip it now.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
Okay, good call.
Rolled a nat 1. 31.
That is a crit success. Holy shit. Oh my god, wait. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna do a lot of damage with this. This thing does have the fatal D8 trait.
Oh, right.
Meaning you need to roll me 2d8 plus 4, please. Actually 3d8 plus 4.
That's gonna be 20 damage.
Holy shit! Silk, tell me how Hand of the Apprentice looks with this particular blast of, from the Nightmare's Lament.
I think that it kind of, I don't mean to use the word mimic in this, but it mimics the kind of those really fancy handles that that rapiers have, and the way that the metal kind of like hugs around it in sort of the way like a vine would hug like a pole, I guess. But it's beams of light instead of, metal or plant matter, and it does that like kind of anime implosion and then straightens out into that shot. I think that's how it looks.
Very nice. Silk, you blast the mimic, it lets out a shriek, and as your turn ends, it begins Ulrich's turn. Ulrich, ha!
Okay. Probably gonna use a rallying anthem here.
Okay. A song of protection comes over everyone, as this mimic is fucking mauling your boyfriend. You've got 2 actions left. What do?
Strike twice with the loot.
Okay, go for it. Bonk, bonk.
Like,
holy
get off,
shit!
Get off! Oh my god!
Not 20. Ulrich, you scream and you're playing, yeah, but you fucking this thing over the head.
Jesus.
Holy shit. You're not 20. That's gonna get you a crit card. This particular one is broken body. It's bleeding.
God.
Roll me that damage.
16.
Whomp. You smack this thing over the head. It lets out a shriek of pain. And it's already not looking great. You got 1 action left. Whomp it again.
Let's go again. Let's go again. 23.
That's a hit. Roll me that damage.
5.
Bonk. You hit him again. He's not looking great. Fiore, it's your turn. Oh my god, the door's eating Silk. It is bleeding, but it's also just gnawing the fuck out of his arm. What do you do?
Fiore, I think he's going to pull out his sword, or he's going to pull out the Rosaria
Okay.
and then attack 33.
That's a fucking crit. Roll me that damage. Fiore,
Mm-hmm.
with 18 damage, how do you take out the mimic?
I think that he sees... You know when wood is old and damaged after a while?
Yeah.
And with the grain of the wood, there can be cracks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think that... Because I think he was on the way. Like, he was slightly behind everybody when Silk was going to open the door. So I think that he literally just... slides forward with pulling out his scimitar and just stabs it in through a weak point, with the sword vertically. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, no.
It forward.
Oh, you impale the mimic on your scimitar and it lets out a...
And it's not typically meant to be used this way, but it is right now. And he's like,
I mean, it worked. And just like that, it dissolves into a pool of goo on the floor. And you have survived the mimic!
The fucking mimic.
Pretty good campaign. I can reference both of those shitty Mr. Beast memes.
Yeah.
oh, Mr. Beast.
Oh, Mr. Beast. Silk is pissed. He's got it bit him, right?
Yeah, it bit you real bad.
His shirt is torn on his arm and it's bloody, and he is He's like shaking it off, but he's also like, "Oh, I hate this place!" And he like fucking stomps on the mimic's body.
Not ideal.
I'm so tired.
Do you need?
If you would. And he like flings his arm out towards Fiore.
Fiore casts lay on hands.
Ulrich rubs Silk's back.
Life is so hard.
I know it's so hard to be you.
It is. Nobody understands how hard it is to be me and so pretty all the time.
Silk, you are restored to full HP.
Thank God.
And then while they're looking around, he's focusing on getting that back.
I guess we can fucking look at the axe.
Can you go check out the axe?
Fucking guess.
You walk up to the axe, pick it up,
And it's a really cool axe.
and it grows a pair of eyes.
Derry.
No, I'm kidding. Wouldn't that be funny though?
I would have beaten you into the ground. I swear.
It would appear that this is a decorative prop.
Look at that, it's cheap plastic.
Poor sweet Silk.
When we find that incorporeal version, I swear it's going to be incorporeal. She's going to be a ghost, and she's going to be at the bottom of this godforsaken dungeon. I am going to rip her hair out.
I'm so sorry.
What would you guys like to do? I will point out, the door that was where the mimic was leads down a short hallway to another door hall. It's another hallway with another door at the end of it.
So many fucking hallways with doors at the end of them.
What do?
I mean, after 10 minutes, they'd probably go down it.
Okay, well, you make your way down, and it leads to a little room here. It would appear to be a lounge. A counter wrapped around the northern and northeastern walls bears a few cracked serving dishes. A dusty and shattered display case features only grime and broken glass.
Too dusty to be enjoyable for us. Around the corner?
Well, hold on. It looks like this room maybe would have been a lounge of some sort.
Yeah.
But I think, Ulrich, you find a display case, and you find some words scratched into the side.
Uh-huh.
They are watching you.
Ugh. I don't need that right now. None of us need that right now.
What welcoming decor.
And I think I've just made you another secret roll. Ulrich, you realize that just by this display case, there is a painting on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be of a imperious-looking man with kind of like olive skin and very fancy clothes. But you recognize that his eyes are peepholes.
Dear God.
Is there a way for Ulrich to take down the painting?
Yeah, you can. Make me... I think you can just do it, right? It's... Roll me a fucking athletics to take down the painting. You do it. You take down the painting.
Okay.
Yeah. There's little peepholes.
Oh.
I hate that, actually.
Can you see into them?
Ulrich puts his eyes on the peepholes to see if it's a two-way.
Yeah, you can see something on the other side.
Okay.
There's a room on the other side, and it is not empty.
Yeah?
There is a corpse in there.
Oh. Well, whoever's in there, they're dead.
What the?
Ulrich, the figure twitches.
Never mind, they're not dead.
What do you mean? do you mean, never mind?
Huh?
It just twitched.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Fiore has the Rosauria in his hands.
Where's the entrance to it?
Can Ulrich see an entrance from where he can see the dude?
No, there is a door to the south, though, if you want to go check that out.
Well, no.
Looks like it might lead that way.
But the entryway to the south might be a good idea.
Would you like to go check to the south?
Yeah.
No.
Well, too bad. You nudge that door open. You guys come into this room. It is a large antechamber. A sitting room, glowing from the light of a fire, crackling pleasantly in a web-choked fireplace on the east wall. And as you enter this room, there is a door to the west, which slowly slides open. And a figure begins coming out. And all of you immediately feel not so good. In fact, you are immediately frightened. Which is unnatural for you guys, because Fiore, your aura courage should be disabling this, but it is not.
Okay.
I think it is less that you are frightened, and more that you are suddenly overcome by true despair. As a figure shuffles out. And the figure raises a hand and croaks out and says, "You do not need to be afraid." And it waves a hand, and suddenly you all and you are not feeling that despair anymore. It vanishes very quickly.
What the?
And the figure, it is a corpse, but is wrapped in bandages. No, not bandages. Scrolls.
Oh my god.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's a fucking mummy.
That's so fucking cool.
Oh my god.
Dude.
That fucks.
This mummy, you very quickly realize, is made, like, the wrappings are made of scrolls.
Okay.
And it speaks and says, "It has been some time since we've had visitors here. Who are you, tree? Or you four, I suppose. Orbo Picklebeak."
Oh my god.
And Borbo goes,
Huh? Me?
You're not gonna harm us, are you?
"Are you going to give me reason to harm you?"
I mean, we don't really want to hurt anyone. Things just like attacking us.
I get the sense that you are all brave adventurers come here to loot the dungeon. Am I right?
Somewhat. Looting is a less favorable view of it.
I just like exploring dungeons.
Well, allow me to introduce myself. I am Chafkem. Moro fucking perks up at that. I was the administrator for the arena.
It's nice to meet you.
Oh, we've heard of you before.
You have? From whom?
Master Cheerful.
Oh, that bastard. He's entertaining until you've had to deal with him every day for 500 years.
Oh my god, they're divorced.
I'm the one who summoned him in the first place, you know.
Oh,
I was once a great wizard. Alas, I haven't managed to quite practice as much as I would once have liked. Belcora is dead, yes?
Very. Well, hopefully.
I had a feeling. I was still down here when they sealed off the upper floors. It was quite an interesting time.
Are you still living?
Oh, yes. I wasn't able to flee.
I see.
I personally was forced to take drastic actions to ensure my survival. I don't consider myself a friend of Belcora anymore. I felt quite betrayed by her trapping us in here. And the events that took place once you locked a load of gladiators and monsters and weird little violence fiends in one place, well, it wasn't pretty, I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
I've just spent time in here. I couldn't even use translocate to escape this place. We're so deep down.
How horrific.
Of course, once I became a mummy, I could have left, but... I think, Ulrich, by this point, you realize that Imperious Wizard that was on the painting, that's him.
Oh,
Slay.
I see.
But at that point, what was the point? I wasn't going to be surviving out in the open anymore. No, I've just decided to enjoy my time here. There's books to be read, I suppose. I just rest most of the day. Mostly I just keep an eye out because I don't know what Jafaki is up to, and I'd rather not let him get the run of the place on his own. Goodness knows he would certainly try.
Who?
Jafaki,
Jafagi?
the flesh warper.
The...
Is this is this man the...
Man. No. No.
Are they the person that's
Person?
What are they?
being?
Yes, I'll give you that.
Are they the person that's been making all of the flesh warps?
Oh, yes.
We've encountered a few.
Well, that would make sense. There's no blockade between the arena and the laboratory. That's the floor beneath us, by the way.
Good to know.
Awful little creature. And fully the reason that I still stay with us.
How very noble.
I'm sure he's trying to figure out ways to bypass the ghost walk. But I would rather he didn't. That freakish little thing, goodness knows what would happen if he had access to the surface. I may be vain and egotistical and mad with power, but Golarion, I would rather not see my homeworld be destroyed by the likes of his abominations. So I'm just keeping a watch for now. If any of his creatures crawl up too much, then I may ensure that Master Cheerful sends some of his beasts their way. It's so far working out quite symbiotically, which I appreciate.
I guess that would make Master Cheerfold happy. Getting to watch more violence.
Oh yes, and it keeps his creatures fed, those hydras, his gibbering beasts, etc., etc., etc.
Ugh. Yeah, those things.
He's quite single-minded about this whole violent spectacle thing, but he has his uses. And you, Tree, what are you doing here?
Well, I guess you could say we are also not friends of Belcora.
Well, I regret to inform you you're several centuries too late.
Are we?
She's dead.
There's been some There's been some weird occurrences up on the surface, and we're trying to handle it.
Flesh warps?
No. Undead.
Well, that's good that you haven't seen any flesh warps above the ghost walk. How did you get down here?
Huh.
Oh, you used the same thing as that man, didn't you? The little cape, didn't you?
What? What cape?
He what? Wait, was this like a was he sort of...
A really weird old man?
The halfling?
Oh
Yes.
my goodness. No, we didn't use a cape.
Wait, tell us about the cape. What cape?
Well, that's what he used. He used a cloak of the dead. It made him appear to be undead so he could sneak past the ghost walk. I don't know why Azanray, who's been mentally screaming out for so long for aid and bypassing it, I don't know why he didn't think of that, but...
I can't think of it now, can you?
You're not Charladora or Teoletta, are you?
No.
Either of you?
Do we look like we are?
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. From what I understand, adoption is quite popular on the surface these days.
Yorick and Ulrich are both adopted.
Ulrich just rubs a hand behind his head.
Do we look like we'd be named Charladora Theoletta?
Maybe. I don't know. Don't get on my bony behind over it.
Silk, your name is Silk. Everybody's name is...
Silk? What kind of name is that?
Excuse
I
me.
think it's a pretty name. I'm just saying, you can't say what kind of name is anything when everybody's name is kind of weird.
I was going to give Charladora and Teoletta these letters that he asked me to hand out.
We have been finding his letters, actually, because we've been going down. Honestly, I am surprised that he's made it this far down, genuinely.
Oh, he's quite a witty fellow. He'll be fine, I'm sure.
Oh.
Although, he did head to the laboratory, so he's almost certainly
Ugh.
flesh toys now.
How long ago did he pass through?
It's been some time, I want to say a few months.
Months. Oh.
Wow.
If you can read these letters, perhaps they'll help you find him easier.
Oh, please, if you don't mind.
Thanks.
But you haven't... How did you get down here?
Oh. Well, it's a bit of a long story, but we had together a handful of powerful relics that would allow us to pass through.
Ah, so you were able to walk through the ghost walk, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So long as the ghost walk has not been destroyed, then all is well.
Oh god.
Fiore coughs and he goes,
Wouldn't that be a mess?
I'm so sorry.
Because if the ghost walk was empty, then it would allow Jafraki and his minions to crawl to the surface and wage war on mankind, which would be most unpleasant.
Fiore grabs Ulrich's shoulder and he's like, we have to stop him.
Uh-huh.
There's a town nearby.
Oh gods, really? Well, he did mention something about that.
Yeah, we live there.
Oh. Well, as long as you didn't find any flesh warps above the ghost walk before you destroyed it.
Wasn't there one?
I'm pretty sure we did actually find a flesh warp before.
What?
Wasn't there one and he was like, and it was like the pet of...
You're joking me.
I'm serious.
He found a way to bypass the ghost walk with his flesh warps?
I don't know.
And then you destroyed the ghost walk?
To be fair, we're trying to stop the evil stuff going on here anyways.
Well, then you better get rid of Jafaki. He's a disgusting little monster from the Darklands.
Oh, gosh.
Do you know what a Segatwa is?
No.
No.
I want all of you to roll me occultism.
Okay.
Or aberration lore if you have it. Fiore, you've never heard of it.
You're like, oh.
Silk, you're not sure. Ulrich, you have heard of Sirgati. And I regret to inform you that they are awful. Just absolutely awful. And suddenly,
Yippee.
those centipede prints you found make a lot of sense.
Oh, God.
Here you go. I'm sending you a picture. What do you make of this?
Horrifying. I hate it, actually. Why is its mouth like that?
No, I don't like hearing that.
Sugati are a subterranean species of intelligent tentacled worms that sometimes serve even more bizarre alien masters in the darkest depths of the earth. They follow strange orders that often seem completely unreasonable to humanity. They resemble a horrible cross between an enormous caterpillar and a writhing worm, their bodies stretching to be about 14 feet in length and weighing upwards of 650 pounds. They tend to rear up when threatened, using their dexterous caterpillar-like legs to support themselves. Their heads sit directly at the top end of their bodies and are covered in horrible insect-like emerald eyes. Below this is an alien mouth, a vortex of teeth, from which 3 sharp, bony jaws click and clack menacingly. At the other end of their bodies, their torsos split into 2 long, slender tentacles. These tentacles are about 6 feet in length each, and are incredibly dexterous, able to perform delicate manipulations as easily as a human hand.
Bro.
They are from deep, deep, deep in the Darklands, and they serve some weird, weird masters. Fanatically loyal creatures.
Great.
Great.
So, Silk, you've heard the name, but you don't know much about it. If you're right, I don't know. Ulrich, you immediately pale, and you're like, oh no.
Mother trucker, dude.
Okay, we really need to go. We really need to stop this. This is bad.
This floor, more or less, is abandoned by now. There are beasts, yes, but we are more or less just keeping an eye on what goes on below. I don't like Jafaki. I never have. He's a weird little creep.
Yeah, he sounds like it.
But if you've destroyed the Ghost Walk, then you're going to need to act faster than I would have liked. It's only a matter... He hasn't sent out any scouts recently, but it's only a matter of time. And when he does, he's going to start mounting an army of flesh warps to take on the surface. Why, I don't know. I think it was a mistake for Belcor to even bring him in the first place. But it is what it is.
We'll handle it.
In return, have you been awakening the portals of this place?
We've been doing our best, but we're not perfect.
Well, he walks us out, he puts a hand on a stone plate, and he opens a door into a little portal chamber.
Oh. Wow.
You can have access to this one. It's not awakened, it's not attached to any of the others. This would have been my escape route if it had not been sabotaged by Volok.
Right.
Following Belcor's orders, surely, to make sure none of us escaped. She decided, just in case she needed us later, it would appear.
Well, I could fix it.
You certainly may, but I would recommend mounting up your resources to enter deeper into the dungeon. You can spend time investigating around the arena, but you can also make your way into the laboratories.
If there's a pressing issue, we should handle it.
Well, better than putting yourself in the path of some of the roaming monsters around here. There's a mimic on the loose, from what I understand.
Ha! Isn't that funny?
Actually, we ran into that.
I ran into it.
You've taken care of it?
Yeah.
Oh, Master Cheerful will be devastated.
Mr. Cheerful will have to deal with it.
He will.
Grumpy.
He can handle it. He's a grown thing.
Rakshas. Regardless, you come to me if you need anything. There's not many neutral faces you'll meet down here, but I can at least be tolerable. Although, be warned. You cross me and I will make you dry up like a bone in the sand.
I don't hurt anything that isn't trying to hurt innocents.
Who said I'm not doing that?
Are you?
I sense I shouldn't challenge a champion of the sun.
Well, I don't want to hurt you.
The feeling is mutual. Enjoy yourselves.
Thank you.
The help is appreciated.
And with that, Chafkem here, the mummy, he kind of pulls back. And you guys are free to do what you like. Shit! Group huddle, figure out what the fuck you do?
Fucking guess. Yeah.
I didn't realize we... Oh man, I didn't think about that.
I don't think any of us realized that that would happen if we destroyed the ghost walk.
Nothing we can do about it now.
Yeah,
No use crying over broken portals.
well, we can at least do our best to stop this.
Right. So downstairs in the laboratory.
Yep.
I'm not certain we're, the best equipped to take on an entire floor. But if we do feel it's urgent enough, I can pass on repairing this portal for now.
I'm not sure that we should wait. I'm not sure that we should repair the portal right now. I think that we should handle this first. And then do that the next time that we come down.
Perhaps on the way up?
Yeah. Unless we're too exhausted to think.
Yeah, we can try.
Well, if you guys would like, you can make your way down to the next floor.
As soon as they are out of that room, Silk is pulling out that fucking letter they just got, and he is unfolding it to read out to everyone. He's like, as if you're gonna pass up reading this.
Okay. You unfurl the letter, and Silk, you clear your throat, and you read out, and it says...
Dearest Charladora and Teoletta, the Pathfinder Society would be in fits over this place. It just keeps going down, and hardly any indication of such extensive infrastructure on the surface. It was obviously constructed with care, and with specific purpose and plan in mind. Quite an odd lot of characters around hereabouts, I must say. That cheery fellow, did you know, he managed to beat me at chess? Of course, he cheated. But then again, so did I. Of all the things I expected to find below, though, a social gathering was not among them. They're not bad folks, actually. Perhaps they'll even let you join in their music, eh, Teodata? Although, I didn't see a pipe organ anywhere, nor even a harpsichord. You'll find that much of the next level is not at all pleasant, I'm afraid. Torture, experimentation, and even gambling. Well, when you find the torture chamber, you take my advice and check beneath the loose floor tile precisely 4 paces north and 7 west of that strange woman. Ever onward, your exceptional uncle, Dr. Zacchaeus Wimifor Slumberstone V.
Looks like we have another stash to unfurl.
Not gambling.
Gambling. Funny that it's salacious to him. I guess he is a gentleman.
I really want to meet this guy.
I think that's our sign to head on to the next floor.
Well, I certainly don't mind.
Okay. And so, you delve deeper. You guys retrace your steps, making your way back down to the floors, to the spiral staircase. You walk, until you come down to that great curving stairs, and then you stop. Because as you stand at the staircase, you see something walking up the stairs. Stomp, 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 stomp. It is a man.
Oh shit!
Put it back.
Although, to be frank, to call him a man is nearly insulting because of how fucking huge this guy is.
He's non-binary.
He stands at nearly 7.5 feet tall.
Jesus.
He is almost 4 feet wide from shoulder to shoulder.
Okay, slay.
He is coated in armor that, while aged, is still shiny. And as he approaches with his massive Zweihander, you can tell that this man is long dead.
Oh my god.
He's so fine.
He is.
I want all of you to make me a religion check, please. Holy shit, nat 20 Ulrich.
Oh my god.
The fuck? Okay.
Fiore and Silk, you two immediately recognize what this is, but I think Ulrich, you get something special. You all know that this is a grave knight.
Oh shit! Why?
What a lich is to a wizard, a grave knight is to a fighter.
It's a normal day to be a fan of Last Wall stuff.
It is an undead knight, brought unlife by a suit of cursed armor. But Ulrich, as you look at this particular grave knight, you remember a champion of the arena being discussed by by Master Cheerful.
Oh no.
This man, you remember his name, Kalido Haruvex.
Oh.
And maybe you say that name out loud to yourself. And I think when you do, Silk, you, I'm sure, recognize the name Haruvex by now, right?
Yeah.
Who is this man?
This is someone related to Valcora.
Bingo. The Grave Knight is walking up the stairs. And he is walking directly towards you.
Oh shit. I think Fiore sort of, not like steps in front of, but I think he sort of like nudges Silk a little backwards so that he's in the front.
I want you to roll me initiative now.
Oh god.
Top of the order
Oh.
is going to be Kalido Haruvex with an initiative roll of 35.
Fuck.
And he's quite a while down, and he's moving very slowly. I think he spends his entire turn just walking up to you all, completely silently.
Oh my god.
Stomp. 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 Zweihander held in his grip. Ulrich, it is your turn. He's just walking directly towards you.
Ulrich uses Rallying Anthem
Okay.
just to protect everybody.
I don't blame him.
You got 2 actions left as your music echoes through the room.
Then Ulrich is gonna try to strike with his hunter's bow.
Okay, shoot him. You whip out your short bow and you blast an arrow into him, and that is going to be a critical miss.
I have 2 hero points.
You can use a hero point if you'd like.
I would like to. 30.
That is a miss.
What?
Your arrow bounces off his armor.
Oh Oh my god.
Stomp. Stomp. Stomp.
Retreat.
Fiore, it is your turn. What do?
What if this is the scout? Do you think that I could roll religion to see, like, how specifically to try to figure out how strong this thing is, like, based on the knowledge that I have of Grave
Yeah, you
Knights?
want to analyze him. You want to see how he's doing.
Yes. There you go.
Okay. Fiore, you take a good look at Calido, and for just a moment, you feel every inch of the height difference between you. You standing at something like 5'4", and him standing at 7'6". You are tiny compared to this man. This isn't a random zombie in Raccoon City. This is Mr. X.
That's exactly who I was thinking of.
This is fucking Pyramid Head.
Oh my god.
If you had to rank this guy's level on a scale of 1 to 20, you'd probably put him at an 11. Which is fine, except you're level 6.
That makes it not fun, actually.
I think we should get out of here.
Fiore, as you are coming up to him, and you stare at him, he catches your gaze. And this is the first time he's actually even acknowledged you. As he's walking, he looks down at you, and he's still striding, and he says, "Move."
Well, that's a normal one. That was a character. Okay,
Is this one of those duties we're supposed to fail?
I think Fiore is going to take the hands of his friends and be like, we're getting out of here.
Okay.
Is there no way to get around him?
There's the door behind you that you just came out of. And there's, well, he's fucking huge, so he is literally taking up the entire... This is a human, but he's size large, is what I'm saying. Like, he's just that fucking... in his massive fucking armor and his already massive frame, he's taking up the entire space. You could slip past him, but you could also just backtrack the way you came from.
Yeah, I think he's going to duck both of them, I guess both of the actions. That, I think he's gonna duck both of them with both of the actions that he has into the hallway.
Okay. Silk and Ulrich, the two of you are dragged back into the hallway. And that's your turn, Fiore, right?
Yeah.
Silk, it's your turn. You are dragged out of the hallway into the doorway you just came from, as Calido Harovex fucking stomps up the stairs.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Gravity well. Give me a reflex save.
Okay. Silk, you open up a black hole over the side of the banister, and you see dust and debris being yanked out off the floor. And he needs to make a reflex save. And that is going to be a critical success.
Oh, okay.
Silk, you create this black hole, you see bones and slime and everything being yanked up off the side, and then you see Calido Harovex walking past the doorway. And he pauses, just for a second, and slowly creaks his head to look down at you, Tree. And he looks at you, Silk, and he grunts. And he turns his head back and continues marching. Not worth his time.
Oh my fucking god.
I guess I'll just take it out. I take out bottled sunlight.
Okay. You take out bottled sunlight. And Silk, as you hold this glowing light in a tube, it's Calido Harovex's turn. And he is leaving and going upstairs. And he spends his entire turn leaving. And I think that's the end of combat. How are you guys doing?
Shaking?
That was a normal one.
He's not going to the surface, is he?
I don't know, but he's definitely going upstairs.
We wouldn't be able to stop him.
No, he is much stronger than we are right now.
What do we do?
There's a chance that he's not going to the surface. There's a chance that he's going just to upstairs or looking or scouting, which isn't good. But we're getting stronger the more that we fight and the more that we explore. We've gotten stronger exponentially fast. I've been a paladin for a long time. There's nothing we can do right now, but if we just keep going, I do think we'll be able to eventually beat him. Just not right now.
Right. Maybe.
While Fiore and Silk are discussing, Ulrich is, like, leaning on the wall. Like, I have never felt more powerless than that.
Oh.
I think his bow arm is actually shaking.
Oh.
It's okay. Listen. It's just a matter of time till we're strong enough to beat him. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Fiore's right.
Silk shakily smiles. I don't know that he believes what he's saying. But he grabs Ulrich's shaking hand.
Ulrich looks at the two of them and squeezes Silk's hand and nods and says, "Okay. We've gotten this far. Who's to say we can't go farther?"
We just need to make sure for now we stay away from him. That Hervex is long-lived. Most likely undead.
Yeah.
What's the plan now? Do you want to head to the surface, or would you like to head deeper?
Silk stores that bottle back in his bag, and he breathes.
In the interest of not running back into him, should we keep heading deeper? We still have the lab to visit.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. And so, Silk, Ulrich, and Fiore, having witnessed some of the horrors that the Abomination Vaults have in store, the three of you make your way down the spiraling staircase, 80 feet deeper, into the floor that has been described to you as the laboratory. The smell of chemicals grows stronger, and the air begins to taste more sour as you all leave behind this chapter and enter Chapter 6, Experiments in Flesh. This episode of Dice Will Roll would not have been possible without the support of our patrons. The Protease Inhibitor, Acid Dialogue, River Supports Artists, Put That Shit on Skibbity, Lightning Scar, Dr. Caesar MD, A Potato, Derpy Gamer, Quinlan Boss, Princess Alavie, Emily is Gay, Dexton, Meow My, Abigail Wallet, Knight the Werewolf Teacher, Ashley, Actually a Bot, Violet, Soul Grease Lobo, Phoebe Jeebies, Daisy Killiam, Lux Rexus, Tony Saunders, Nita, Arave, Solder Me! Or is it Solder Me? Farrick Falcon, Luis Loza, Aries, Alexander Criswell, May Cohen, Skyly, Jingly Tricked, Transgirl Trish, Bal Punyon, Matthew Wilson Krasnovich, Villain Shark, Glitch HD, Jay Snooks, Jonathan Love, G Barbera, Luke, Gideon, Simon Strange, Seth, Kira, Lichelo, Gizmo, Cass, Fable McElduff, Ava, Rem T. Bright, Lonesome Chunk, Steph, Sean C., Natasha Lumley, Rhiannon C., Ellie, Jenna Mitchell, Kane Kendrick, Sky Evangeline, Triceratops, Anna Maria, Jordan, Emily Laderna, John the Booker, SS66 Seeker, and Dame Valid Turd. If you'd like to see what you can get for helping us keep rolling, check out patreon.com/dicewillroll today.